Hola, and thanks for joining us on this Spanish learning adventure. Today I would like to go over common phrases with you, starting with greetings such as hola. Which means hello. Then, just like in English, when we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, there are those same equivalents in Spanish. Buenos días means good morning. Buenos tardes is good afternoon. And buenas noches is good evening. Now, these are pretty much literal translations. Buenos means good, and dias actually means day, so you're saying good day in the morning. You may notice that this one is buenos, and these two are buenas. Even though they all mean good, it's all the same word. It's just conjugated a little differently. So let me talk about that adjective conjugation for just a minute. So in Spanish, there are masculine nouns and feminine nouns. So el día is masculine, while la noche is feminine. So with el día, you would use bueno, and la noche you use buena. And then, if there's plurals, like in the phrase buenos dias, you use the plural form. We'll talk more about that later. I just wanted to point it out to you. Let's move on. Another common phrase in English is how are you? Let's use a different color. So, ¿Cómo estás? Means, how are you? ¿Cómo is how, and estás is are you. So you could reply with bien. Bien, ¿y tú? Translates to good, and you? Bien being good, y being and tú being you. Now, if you wanted to ask how your friend Carlos is doing, you wouldn't ask ¿Cómo estás? Unless you're talking to Carlos. But if you're talking to someone else and you're asking, oh, how's Carlos doing? You would say, ¿Cómo está Carlos? And then when you're talking about yourself, you say, estoy bien. So this is conjugation of verbs, which is something that we have in English and we use all the time. So in English we say, I am, she is, you are, right? But it all means the same thing, to be. Well, that color doesn't. So in English, our verb is to be. And the Spanish equivalent of that is estar. Now then we conjugate this into different things, such as I am. She is. You are. Now in English we happen to just kind of use the same one for several different subjects. But in Spanish, there are different conjugations for each. I am is estoy. She is está. You are is estás. We are is estamos. And they are is están. So, lucky for us, most verbs in Spanish follow a pretty similar pattern of conjugation for each subject. So, many verbs will end in OY when conjugating for yourself, A when conjugating for he, she, it, AS when you is the subject, amos for we, and están for they. Let me show you another example. So, the verb hablar means to talk. Now, pretty easily, you can conjugate using the same pattern that we had for estar. I know I lied, it doesn't have a Y, but the rest are pretty close. She talks. Habla. You talk. Hablas. We talk. Hablamos. And they talk is habla. So you learned how to conjugate two verbs right there, hablar and estar. So now, using what we learned, we can ask, do you speak Spanish? Where Spanish is español. Let's see if you can guess what this sentence means. It's a reply to hablas español. If we said sí, hablo español, it means yes, I speak Spanish. Or, of course, if you're not confident in your abilities, you can say, no hablo español. Or you can say a little bit, un poco. Little bit. Finally, for today, I would like to go over one other verb with you, which also means to be. So it's weird, right? That there's two different words for the same word in English. But Spanish splits up two types of being. Estar, as we learned, can be used to talk about your current state, how you're feeling. So estar is usually a temporary ways of being, whereas the word ser is more permanent aspects, such as where you are from. So if you'd like to ask someone where they're from, you'd say, ¿De dónde eres? And you could answer, soy de, then wherever you're from. So I am from the United States, soy de los Estados Unidos. Now this follows somewhat the conjugation that we learned earlier. So remember, we learned estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. Let's just go with these three for now, okay? Keep it simplified. So, to conjugate ser, soy, I am. I know, it's weird. It's an irregular verb. It's a little different from how we would normally conjugate things, but it's an important verb to know. So the conjugation is soy, eres, and es. And if you wanted to go further, I am, you are, she is, we are, they are. So if you want to say that your friend Amanda is from Michigan, how would you say that? From in Spanish is de. And we learned to be, when talking about he, she, and it, is es. Amanda is de Michigan. And then you might ask your new friend, where are you from? How did we say that again? Eres. ¿De dónde eres? So you've learned a few phrases, had a very thrilling first conversation with another person in Spanish. We can say hello. And then our friend might reply, Buenas tardes. How are you? And they'll say, good. And you? Bien. ¿Y tú? Estoy bien. Where are you from? Our new friend wants to know. ¿De dónde eres? And we'll reply, soy de Argentina. And then we'll say, well, see ya. Adios. Bye. But now that we've learned two very important verbs about being, we can make a whole lot of other sentences as long as we pick up some noun vocabulary. We can ask where things are. Which is, where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el baño? So you can ask where a lot of things are if you just learned the word for it. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? The library. ¿Dónde está la piscina? The pool. ¿Dónde está mi amigo? Where is my friend? Where did my friend go? ¿Dónde está mi amigo? You get the idea. And if you wanted to ask where something plural is, you would just say están. ¿Dónde están mis amigos? ¿Dónde están mis amigos? They left me here. Where are my pants? And then maybe who you're talking to is like, what kind of pants? Then you can tell them they're gray, because we learned to be and we learned the word for gray in our other lesson if you watch that one. Gray is gris. They're gray. So someone can assist you in finding your pantalones. It's very important to know where your pants are. Okay, so that's it for today. Estar and ser, and our greetings of hola, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien, ¿y tú? And then asking where someone is from. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de Los Angeles. And adios. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you in our next lesson. Bye. Adios.